The Jim Crow laws, which began in 1877 and ended in the mid-1960s, were laws made to support segregation by separating white people from people of color. An example of this was minorities could not eat, drink, live, or be in the same building or even work at many of the same places as white people. The people who supported the Jim Crow laws showed how they felt by treating people of color as less or three-fifths human, as they used to say. The people who didn't like the laws or saw it as unfair, they would protest and riot. They wanted to be treated fairly and have the same rights as white people, and not to be treated as less only due to their skin color. This was the birth of the Civil Rights Movement. My entry is about how laws were put in place to segregate minorities from white people. Many of the people who were affected by these laws were darker skinned people. These laws were introduced after slavery was abolished. These laws affected how people would live their lives and how they could or couldn't interact with others. These laws left many not being able to get jobs or live in houses. This led many to be homeless or to live in run-down buildings. If they were to break these laws, they could be brutally beaten or thrown in jail or even killed. The people who were debating the laws were people who wanted everyone to be treated equally. And then there were the people who thought the laws were just okay and fine, with others being treated inhumane or as animals. The people who were tired of being treated unfairly would riot and boycott many places that got their money from people of color, but still didn't want to treat them equally. They found it unfair that they couldn't get treated with respect only because they weren't white and didn't have light-colored skin. The people who were okay with the laws and didn't see anything wrong with it didn't like how people would protest and riot and boycott, as it would mess with their money, businesses, and homes. As people got tired of being treated as less, they decided to riot and start fighting for their rights. Shortly after the riot happened, people seen how much hurt and hatred they put on people, and many white people started to join in and protest and boycott. When people saw that their voices were being heard and saw how much of an impact it made, more and more people started to pitch in and help. People started to think about how others were being treated and wanted to come to a stop. After all the lives lost during their fight to be truly free, a year after the Detroit riots, the laws were lifted. The world changed. Now people of color were able to do the same things as white people without the fear of being killed or getting beaten or thrown in jail. This was a huge milestone in ending racism. Colored people were able to drink, eat, sleep, work, and interact with white people without having the fear of losing their lives. People intended to show that they're strong and wanted to be treated equally. These laws influenced the civil rights movement and the fight for equality. In conclusion, this is how a few laws changed the world and how others viewed each other. These laws supported segregation and allowed brutality of people of color. These laws caused many deaths and many imprisonments. These laws are important in history because without them, we'd probably still be segregated and not know how to treat people with respect and kindness. We wouldn't have as much freedom as we have now.